You're welcome to today's session of 360 Man Mentorship Program. Actually, this is a bonus session. In my previous model, we didn't have anything like this, but I think it's best to have it this time around. The previous model, I shared a couple of courses, but I realized it was not so beneficial because there was not really a proper guide or structure as to how my mentees should go about with the courses. And upon review, 360 Man Mentorship Program gets better. And so that's why this cohort you are having this session. So I would entreat you all to go through this video to the end and then take the assignments or tasks that are attached seriously because these things can help you earn much money. In module two of this training, we've been focusing on career, we've been focusing on work, the young man and work. And I think that sessions like this will help so that if you don't even have, um, if not really identify any talent or any gifts that you could harness or develop and convert into something that could be monetized, at least with these basic digital skills, you could develop yourself to become a pro in them and then monetize these basic skills. But the goal is not just with the monetization, but the goal is also to help you in your career, your choosing career, whatever you do. And so I'm going to give practical examples considering the audience we have in this cohort. So first of all, in the set of trainings that you have attached to this video or in this description, you are going to have um, video tutorials. I have carefully selected um, a number of YouTube video tutorials that have been helpful. They've helped me in my journey of writing, of creating content, digital content online. Um, so just a brief background about what I do. I work with Westcott Consult. It's a writing agency. We write CVs and cover letters for people. But aside series that we write books, we review books, we publish books for people on Amazon and on other digital platforms like Seller, Paystack, and some others. So basically everything writing we do, and my role there as part of Westcott, I do writing. I write um, the books. I do review of book manuscripts. I also do the CV bits, and we have other team members that focus on our digital space, I mean, our social media space. We have someone in charge of our brand. So she does the designing and then posting of content online. We also have someone in charge of um, um, branding for individuals and organizations. We handle a number of brand for some individuals. We've helped them to build their personal brand, their LinkedIn profile, their Facebook, and a number of other things. So aside that, for individuals, we also handle some of the organizations. So this is basically what we do at Westcop, but my focus is mainly on the writing. And at the beginning of the training, we did a self-discovery test. I realized a number of us on this cohort and in my previous cohort, majority of you are introverts. And there's this book I read about introverts, and I think it's a good book you should all look for. I'll put the description. If I think I should have the link, I'll try and put that in our WhatsApp chat group. It's about the power of quiet people, the power of introverts. It's a great book. One thing I learned from the book was that introverts have a place in our world, in our noisy world where everybody wants to be heard. The power of introverts are sometimes overlooked. But introverts have a powerful place in our world in areas of thinking, in areas of creativity, in areas of writing, in areas of research. These people are well endowed to critically review things, brood over things, and come out with innovations. So if you're an introvert, don't think it's a disadvantage. You can actually make it an advantage to you. We've dealt with all of these things under our self-discovery classes. Now we are in module 2, and so we are building on. So in this basic digital skill toolkits that you are going to receive tutorials on how you can increase your productivity at whatever you do using Google Calendar. So the concept of using Google Calendar, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to explain every one of the contents there, and then I'll give the tutorials to you. So in Google Contents, in Google Calendar, the whole idea of using Google Calendar is so that you can maximize your productivity. So even in the space we work, there is a need for content calendars. And so with our brand at Westcoast, we have our content calendar and we have content pillars. So our interns and the people we work with have an idea of how our content should be built. So our brand manager who manages our social media pages has an idea of the kind of content that can be posted on our media handles. It's the same with your personal life. You need to be able to have a content calendar or have a guide, a calendar to how you go about your days. So we have days we post. We don't post every day on social media. And this is also one tidbit to media presence handling. You don't post every day on your social media handles. If you are posting every day, there should be different content, there should be variety in your content, and there are ways which you can capture the attention of your audience. So all of these things come into play when you are looking at content management and then scheduling. So with your personal life, there's a need for you to also know how to manage your day, manage what comes into the day, manage what you allow out of the day, and all that stuff. So you need to know that at 6 o'clock, this is what I'm doing. At 7 o'clock, this is what I'm doing. At 8, this is what I'm doing. So growing up, you realize that you started with your elementary school and there was a system such that you have a timetable. You know that at this time in my timetable I have mathematics, at this time in my timetable I have integrated science, I have social studies, at this time on my timetable I have a break, at this time I have lunch break. So it's the same with your life. There is a need for you to also come up with a timetable sort of for your life. But as we grow, we get to the stage where um, you don't see the need for some of these things because you think that you have all the time, and before you realize, you get to the end of the day and you have done nothing, or you cannot really map up the things that you have done in the day. So planning your day with a calendar or planning your day with a diary or planning your day with a journal helps you to be able to account for what you even did in the day. Anyone close to me will know that I don't joke with my journal. I keep track of what I have to do in the day so that I know that this particular day I was productive, or this day I was not productive. This day has been one of the lazy days. I'm not saying that keeping a journal automatically makes you productive. It does not. And from my personal experience, I can tell you there are days you list a number of things to do, and the day just becomes one of those days. You don't feel like doing anything, but at least it keeps you in check. You want to be sure that I have this, that on my itinerary, and I want to make sure I have done at least 90% of them. It helps you to take away things that are not necessary. So I'll use my work setting as an example and how I use calendar to maximize my productivity at work. Before you have access to work with me in my lab or to work in the lab for any project at all, I make sure that as a student you are scheduled on our lab calendar. If you are not on the calendar, um, it may take chance or miracle for you to have the opportunity to work. It can only happen sometimes when someone who has been scheduled does not show up, and I have the opportunity to fix um, the new person somewhere. Other than that, the normal routine is that you come and you book for a time, we schedule you on the calendar, and when it's due, you come. So that helps to make my day productive. Before I go to the lab every day, I have an idea that today this and that is what we are doing in the lab. And even helps my assistants I work with, helps my interns when I have interns to work with. They also have a sense of how to plan their day, so when they are coming to the lab, they know that today might be a bit of free day. So at least in my free hours, I can do this, I can do that. Today might be a sort of a busy day. So you psych yourself for that so that you are not taken by surprise. Of course, occasionally there will be surprises, but then majority of the times you have a fair sense of how your day will look like. This will help your mental health as well. If you don't plan your day, everything is thrown at you and you get so busy. When you have superiors, of course, you have things being thrown at you, but at least you have a fair idea that I would be free at these points. And so when people give you tasks, you can tell them, my hands are tied, I'm full. I have a number of things on my schedule today. Can I reschedule this activity? So please learn how to use the calendar and maximize its use for your productivity at work. And so in the tutorial, the first one, there is one on how to use Google Calendar. I have my own tutorials on how to use Google Calendar. It's all in the toolkit. There's also the Outlook calendar. I think Google Calendar comes in handy because every one of us has access to Google accounts from the data I took from your registration. So you can just easily use Google Calendar on your phone. And you can customize it such that for every activity you have, you receive notifications about them. All of that is in the tutorial. Then also we move to the writing toolkit. Writing toolkit. For whatever thing you do, you would need some basic things with writing. You need to have some idea about writing. And so I talk about um an introduction to creative writing and then paraphrasing. This is a conference I had for Westcott interns. I've included that in the tutorial. So you learn about how to generate creative ideas with ChatGPT, which is an AI tool. And you can generate a lot of concepts with AI. And then now you humanize that content that you have created, paraphrase them so that it sounds more human, it's in touch with humanity. So that is what that tutorial is about. And then you can review with some other softwares. We have Grammarly, we have Killbot. They are all available for you to use. Either the free versions or you can have paid versions. For those of you who want to take the writing business very seriously, you can reach out after this session. I have premium versions for some of these things, and it will all depend on your seriousness. Can look at how we can use these premium versions too. But start with the basic. I started with the basic. Master the use of the basic keyboard. Master the use of the basic Canva. Sorry, Grammarly. And with time, when you need to do more advanced work, that need to beat AI counts and all of that, you now scale up to use the premium versions. So that's with writing. There is also the need to know how to write your own resume or CV. I've provided samples for you in our previous sessions, and I expect that by now you'll have your resume or CV available. Then we move on from writing to designing. I don't expect all of us to be designers, but there should be some basic design tips, you know. And now it's so easy with the help of artificial intelligence. And one of the AI tools you can use in designing is Canva. With the free version, you can still do a lot, and with the premium version, even a lot more. So I've introduced you to the use of Canva, some tutorials there to help you learn how to use Canva. Canva is very helpful. I remember during my MSc, we were given an assignment. We were supposed to present a poster um, on something on foodborne illness or something of that sort. And Canva came in handy for me because we had a very limited timeline. And with Canva, you can collaborate on the work. So I was collaborating with one of our team members. Within a short time, we were done with Canva, with the poster, and it's helped. So Canva is not just for creative works, even for academic work. Even if you have to do a PowerPoint presentation, you can use Canva to design some part of your PowerPoint so that you give a different feel to your PowerPoint. It should not just be the normal templates that Microsoft Office provides. You should have some nice power feel to the presentation, and that makes it a PowerPoint. So basic designer with Canva. Canva will help you with your color selections. When you choose a thing that is on your design, it can help you generate ideas on some colors that you can use. So that if you are not an artist like I am, if you are not an artist like I'm also not an artist, you can still have a fair idea to your color choices. The next thing you'll be introduced to is Facebook marketing. Facebook marketing, and this is also important. Um, this will expose you to a bit of e-commerce. There are people running Facebook adverts for fee. They charge people and they run ads for them. And you know, Facebook now is a platform that even our market women use. Your old woman in the house, your mother, your grandmother, your great grandmother, I'm sure is on Facebook by now. So it's something that people use to ease their stress and all, but it's a great tool you can profit, you can make money from. So I introduce you to how you can run ads on Facebook and all of that. But I'll give you a caution here so that when you start with it, you would learn to tread cautiously. When you are working in the digital space, you must be very cautious of your device's security. Be cautious of where you log in, the devices you use. If it's not your personal laptop, if it's not your personal phone and you are using for some of these things, always use the incognito windows. Use the private windows to explore if you are using your work PC or whatever. That is not yours personal. Always use the incognito window option. Then be sure to always sign out when you are done if it's not your personal device. Then if you are using credit cards, if you are using your MasterCard, your Visa card for any transaction online, I beg of you, make sure it's an account that has no money, or it's not an account that you keep for your regular transactions. Use a virtual account. And I'll give you a free example. I use virtual credit card. I use virtual payment cards for all transactions I do online. I bank with an about two or three banks, but let me use EcoBank for an example. With EcoBank, I'm not advertising for EcoBank. With EcoBank, you can create a virtual card. When you open your EcoBank account on your mobile app, you just create a virtual card and it costs, I think, about 13 cedis or so. But it's worth more than trading or doing anything online with your personal bank details. So you always use a virtual card They will generate one for you. It lasts for, I think, 1 year or 6 months, depending on the option you choose. You pay for that virtual card like you have paid for a credit card or MasterCard, Visa card. Then now for all your transactions online, when you need to make payments, you load that card and you enter the credit card details online. It does the deduction and there's nothing left on the card. So the card is not linked to your actual bank account. It just helps you to do transactions. I know Fidelity also has another option for that. Fidelity can give you virtual cards or give you prepaid card. That one is the hard copy. It's a prepaid one. You load it as and when you need to do transactions. But EcoBank gives you the virtual one if you're in Ghana or any African country that works with these banks. You can still use it. I know UBA also has prepaid cards. All these banks you can explore. Use the prepaid card. Don't use a card that is linked to your bank account because these media space, irrespective of how secured you are, can be very prone to cyber attacks. So be careful. But then, when you are very cautious, you can still make profit from Facebook ads. Facebook ad gives you the leverage to choose your audience. So you can choose a number of people who should see the things that you are advertising. So if you even sell products, if you sell shoes, you sell anything, you can once in a while boost your post, sponsor the post, and then it becomes a talk on Facebook for people to see. That's one way you can profit from the digital space. Then you can also do affiliate marketing. Let me introduce you basically to what affiliate marketing is. So affiliate marketing can be done offline and online. Let me talk about the offline. For example, I don't sell shoes, but if somebody wants shoes to buy, I should be able to link that person to someone who sells shoes. Okay, I learned something from Dr. What's the name? I've got the name. I've just forgotten the name. But he shared something very profound. He said that there are a lot of business opportunities in Africa, but always the challenge is the money to start as a young person. But this is how he goes about it. He says that you have a lot of people having products sitting in their warehouses not sold, and you have people who need these products. All you need to do is to be a middleman and make your money. But all that is needed is trust. And I've talked about this previously. Build your personal brand. I started Workscope with Miss Odamia. I have never met Odamia before. As at this time I'm doing this video, I've not met Odamia, but we've worked on projects and there is that trust because if you look at my online presence, I'm not someone who is going to dupe you for your money. She's not someone who is also going to dupe you because her digital presence is also important to her. And everyone in the team at Westcott, our digital presence is of essence to us. And so because of that, you are able to leverage and then work without thinking that someone will dupe the other or someone will take a bigger share of a contract or something. That's why trust is important. So build that trust by building your personal brand online first. And now you can leverage on that brand to get other gigs. So if you have that online brand, now you can walk into any shop and then tell them you want to market their product for them. Tell them that you are not going to take any money from them. All you are going to do is that any sale you make from that lead, from that advert you place for them, you receive a percentage of whatever sale that is made on that item. So practically, I'm going to give an example. You can walk into a phone shop and tell the person selling that iPhone 13 that you are going to market that iPhone 13 for the person. Anybody that buys that iPhone 13 with your link, you receive a commission on it. And that is all. You come back to your social media and you post, I have this iPhone plug. Just mention my name for a discount. That's how people do it, but that is a wrong way to do it. You can make it more professional. Thinking of an iPhone plug, just use this link, and that will be a custom link to that person's WhatsApp page. So I have included that also in the sections that I talk about in this toolkit. That's how you can create a custom WhatsApp message. So you just create a custom WhatsApp message that will lead directly to the salesperson, and they will tell the person that, hey, so and so, maybe Eugene directed me to your shop to buy an iPhone 13. That message is customized, so the person will not have to type it. So once the person hits the link, that message pops up in their WhatsApp, and you hit the send button, and that is all. The trader, if it's also faithful, will sell the product off and give you your commission. That is how offline affiliate marketing works. But there are other online platforms for affiliate marketing you can also explore. I've listed some of them. You can go to Fiverr as an online worker. You don't have to have any skill selling on Fiverr, but you can sell other people's services on Fiverr for them and receive commissions on them. You can sell products on Amazon and receive commission on them. But this comes with some other things. So take the courses one after the other, and then you can also monetize your affiliate marketing. Let me move to the next thing, that is creating shared content. I also talk about how you can create a shared content, how you can use Google Documents to collaborate on a project with people, how you can share a report to someone and then be updating the report from time to time. And you don't have to be sending every update. You just share it in a link and then it can be updated from time to time. So all of these have been included in the basic digital skill set. There is also introduction to digital stores. And digital stores, I talk about the Ghanaian setting because that is the legal way. I can't talk about the illegal stuff here on YouTube. But there are other digital stores you can explore, even though you're a Ghanaian. You can go on Amazon, you can go on other platforms. That is another thing on its own. But I'm going to talk about the platforms that are legal to operate in Ghana. You can work on Seller, you can work on Paystack. And these are platforms you can put your digital products. When I say digital products, don't be looking far, don't be thinking far for digital products. You can convert your undergraduate project into a book and sell it online as a digital product. All you need to do is to get this book in a PDF format, post it online, and you are good to sell it. You can convert your music, soundtrack, whatever, into a video, post it on your YouTube. But with that, it will take some time to be able to monetize it. But with Seller, you can start monetizing all these things. But even on YouTube, you can create lessons. I have some of my YouTube videos are not listed; they are unlisted. So it's just to those I share the links with. So you can create videos, and there's a section on that. I'll come to that. You can create videos, tutorials to certain things you know how to do, and then put them in a Word document as a PDF and upload it on Seller or on Paystack, and then you can sell it as a course. So I introduce you to how to explore the Seller platform. It's very easy to use. You just link it to your mobile money wallet and you are good to go. The same with Paystack, but Paystack can also be used for official businesses. I'm going to give you an example. Paystack is used by MTN. Paystack is used by KNUST. If you've ever ordered for a transcript online from KNUST, the platform they use for payment is Paystack. I have a Paystack account I use for my personal consultancies with people. I have a Paystack account, yeah, for personal works. There is also a Paystack account for Westcopt, our business. We also use that platform. It's secured, it's legal. There are legal charges also. It does all the business things you need. You don't need to. We don't have a financial manager in Westcopt because we don't need it at the moment. We are a small team, so Paystack does everything finance for us. Every payment goes through Paystack. At the end of the year, if we need to do our accounts, we just generate an account report from them. We don't need a special financial expertise to do this. Everything is done by the web app. So it's like that with Seller. You can maximize the use of these platforms. I provide a full tutorial on that. There is some little tricks with them. If you need to use it as an official organization, you need to upload your registration certificates and all of that. But if you are using it as an entrepreneur who has started business, you start as a small scale something, and then you don't need to upload all those registration things. But there should be a link to your social media handle. You should be someone who is trustworthy for them to allow you to operate on your platform. And that's why I've always emphasized on building your personal brand. So the next thing you are exposed to is global payment platform. As you navigate the Paystack seller for Africa, you now switch up to the global platforms. And here you can explore Wise, GPay, and others. I use Wise, and so uh, Wise is just a platform that is going to help you. It's going to provide you with an international account. So you can have a US account, you can have a UK account, and use that on the international platforms that do not permit Ghanaian accounts or Ghana bank accounts to be used. So these are how, as Ghanaians or Africans, we are able to work on Amazon or work on other global platforms. So you just explore the use of Wise as an international payment platform, not just for the purpose of working on international global platforms. It can also be used to transfer money from relatives or friends outside to you. And you can now transfer that money from your international virtual account to your local account, that is um, the actual account. There are, of course, charges in using all these platforms. There are charges even in using Paystack and then Seller. But if you are providing value and you are making some good money from them, I think it's also wise. I mean, it's a good way to, keep your transactions also safe, rather than giving your clients your direct mobile money account and then your direct bank account. You can't really trust people online these days. But if it's a system, the system does all the work for you and they pay you back in your mobile money wallet. Then the last thing you'll be exposed to is blogging and then blogging. That's video blogging. So you learn about how to create a YouTube channel, how to make an intro video, how to do on-screen recording for tutorials, some of the basic things you can do online on your PC. You can do them in tutorials. You can either monetize it or share it for free for people. That's up to you. Then you can also upload your video on YouTube with the final tutorial in this skill set. I'll talk briefly about blogging. So instead of writing now, the world has moved into visuals. So people like to see and hear. So you can look at a niche that works very well in our African setting. People like gossips in Africa, in Ghana especially. So you can choose that as a niche. Just go online, get what is trending. You can on screen record it with the lessons you learn here. Create a YouTube channel different from your personal one that is stuck to your brand name. Just create some TV channel and then you can be sharing these gossip there, build a following, get about your 1K views, and then now with time that people spend on your YouTube channel, you can start earning some money from YouTube as well. And mind you, all these international or global platform pay you in dollars. And when you convert to your African currency, your Ghanaian cedis, it's much money, though it may be some few dollars. Right? If you sell a book on Amazon at $7, $7, when it's converted to your Ghanaian currency as at today, you earn about 80 cedis or a little over that, which is good money. The banks will take their charges and all, but it's some good money at least to buy some data for these things you also do online. And as you are doing them, you become a pro in them. And with time, you can offer these services for people. Now, I review books for people, I upload books on Amazon for people, all as part of our services at Westcoast. And these are for a fee. So these are little ways you can make some good money from your digital skills. But my candid advice to you is don't look at the money now. It will not come when you start. You need to build your portfolio in whatever you do. And with time, you leverage on that portfolio and you earn the money. Start by getting the skills. Start by doing it on your own. Make the errors with your own books. Make your errors with your own tutorials. Then with time, you scale up and you start with the professional aspect. And you can now start doing it for people for a fee. Do the projects for people for free now. Build the skill. Build the skill. Because there are a lot of hacks, there are a lot of tricks and tips, and it comes when you do work on a lot of projects. And when you have yourself well built, you can now start earning the big money. But I tell you, when you start even on Seller and the rest, and you're able to boost your post on Facebook, at least you earn something small. But these things, what you need to understand, I've talked about this earlier on in some of our sessions. Money does not just come, boom. It starts little, little drops of water. And then with the little that you have, if you have a very good money mindset, you keep them. That money will attract more to you. So have this mindset at the back of your mind, even as you enter into the digital space. Don't go in for the huge money. If you go in with the mindset and the heart of greed, that is when you end up losing a lot. Even those in the crypto space and the forex space, they will tell you that it's lucrative. There's a lot of money there, and people are truly making genuine money there. But this money comes for people who are ready to be earning in little amounts. If you go in with a mindset of I want to invest $1,000 and earn $10,000 by the next day, that greed in your heart and in your mind is what will cause you to lose that $1,000 you have in your hand. So please, whatever space you are working in, whether it's in writing, in content creation, video creation, in blogging, in YouTube, whatever, start little. Look at making impacts. Build yourself. Do it for free for people, and that time will come when you start earning from them. Thank you for joining today's session. I believe that these skills will help you in your workspace and then also in life, and then help you to earn something small for yourself.